I experienced premature ejaculation for 5 years. It was really painful and destroyed most of my relationships. While I was trying to overcome it, I was doing all the things for myself, meaning that I was trying to avoid the gears sexually. But after the training that I was making, it reached to the point where I basically needed to have sex to see if I was actually making progress. And it was terrible because even if I knew that I was going to last longer than before, I didn't know how to engage with gears again. I didn't want to go through the same pain and shame that I already went through. Because the story was always the same. I had a gear that was very into me, like hyped for meeting and having sex with me. But after repeated failures of trying to have sex, they got frustrated and they left me. But this time I knew that if I was able to involve my sexual partners in the process of overcoming premature ejaculation, I was going to make progress probably 10 times faster in comparison with just being myself. So I tried to get them to help me, and I screw it up again and again. But after that suffering, I started to do things right eventually. And thanks to that, I was able to get one of the girls that I was dating before to help me. Thanks to her support, my pee was gone in basically no time. And today I want to make that a reality for you. My name is Jesus Noya and I help men to last longer in bed, become sexually dominant and be more attractive. All this while avoiding the deadly mistakes that I made through my sex life. This comes from a medical background of being a medicine student, 5 years of struggling with things like premature ejaculation, performance anxiety, and non-existent sexual confidence. Today I'm going to save you from the terrible pain that is having your partner against you instead of on your side when you're trying to overcome premature ejaculation. Where you see her all frustrated, disappointed, or even disgusted, where she looks at you like you're gross or she hates you. I will help you to involve her in the process so she feels better, you feel better, but the most important, thanks to her support, you're gonna be able to speed run overcoming this. And this is not like the average or small dick advisor, oh yeah, just tell her everything, communication is the most important. You're gonna do this in a masculine way so she keeps respecting, loving you, and keeping that attraction between you all. And if you want to be able to fuck for hours and leave her biting her lips anytime that she thinks about you just because of how much of a great lover you are, go and click the link in the description right now, because I know how soul crushing is going through all this and seeing your partner suffer, and I want to make sure that you live towards your full sex potential as a real man. I'll do whatever is in my hands to make that a reality for you, so go and click the link in the description. Today we're gonna cover 3 simple things that is choosing the right partner, having balls, and in real life practices for all this. And I promise that I'm going to explain everything. I need to put this one first, it's basically a prerequisite. There's something that is very important for you to understand. When it comes to relationships, there are gonna be some women in life that will love you and will do basically everything for you, absolutely anything. It doesn't matter if you're ugly, short, fat, broke, whatever. There are women out there that will love you no matter what. Obviously, if you're not like a freaking psychopath or an absolute loser. But even in those cases, there are gonna be some women that will be into you. Just remember that Jeffrey Epstein had a wife. But the opposite is also true. There are gonna be some women that it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, how you look, what you offer, or what you do for them. They're not gonna be up to support you or help you like in a genuine way. They're not gonna be able to do that because it's like it's not in them. She may do it for other man or other guy where she has like those genuine feelings, but not for you. That's what we call compatibility, and we need to understand that that's okay. There are some women that are for us where we're gonna have a beautiful relationship, and others that it doesn't matter how hard we try, it's just not going to happen. That's why beforehand, if you want to involve your woman in the process of helping you to overcome your premature ejaculation and work together to have a better sex life, she needs to be first the right partner, and remember that you are the one who chose her. So in any case, what you gotta do first is choose the right partner. Doing this is gonna be super helpful, not only in this problem but with other struggles in life. You need a woman that provides you love, security, communication, and support because she's like that as a person, because she really wants to do that for you. And which one is the kind of woman that we should be choosing then? First of all, the fact that we are in this choosing mindset, it's already great because a lot of men just take whatever they can, and for choosing the right woman it's just a couple of simple steps. First of all, no hookups. You can bring the yellow teeth gear that you made in the bar last night for this. This is something very personal that you're sharing, and I'm pretty sure that you want to do that with someone like that. It's way better and more effective with a woman that can actually bring the traits. So very simple, have standards, not dirty casual sex or hookups with girls that you don't even like or trust. Just please don't have sex chasing ejaculation as a monkey. Especially if you're gonna last like 30 seconds or 1 minute, it's not worth your time, effort, or energy. So now that we have the standards, we need to attract those kind of girls. Very simple. I know that for some men it's a very difficult topic attracting women, but if I had to simplify it in just a sentence, it would be this one. Just imagine a Don Juan, a Latin lover, a master in seduction, and how would he act? He would act with chivalry, with confidence, with masculine energy, and the more you amplify those traits in you, high quality girls and high quality women will start to come to your life naturally. So as you're not dating with hookups and not you're a charming man, the last step would be my golden rule for dating girls, and this is one. Only date girls that you really like. Remember that we're optimizing for compatibility. We're choosing a partner that will be able to help you with your struggles in life and especially to overcome this current condition. When you stop having sex casually with any kind of girl that just give you a little bit of attention and that you barely like, the game is now different. As you're attractive and charming, you're gonna be attracting some good girls, but still some of them are not gonna be compatible with you. That's just how dating works. Even if they're good girls, you guys have a big chance of actually not connecting. And a lot of men keep going into relationships or having sex just for the sake of being with someone. And that's not what we want to do. We need someone reliable. When you're dating a girl that you actually really like, that you feel like passion and feelings when you're with her, when you feel like happy just with her presence, two funny things are going to happen. First of all, she's going to like you more because the kind of genuine feelings that you have for her are actually true. And secondly, the kind of bond and link that you guys are going to have is going to be way stronger. If you follow those 3 steps, you're always going to be with the right person. This girl is already qualified to give you the kind of support that you're going to need for this. Now, let's say that you guys are in a relationship or just having sex from time to time. Even if she's great, you're still gonna find that it's kind of difficult to involve her in the process of helping you. The great thing is that she's already qualified. Now it's up to us to make the right connections, to say the right words. She already wants to help, but we basically just need to teach her how. And that's actually our second step. Our second step is have balls, or in other words, to be credible. With women and with general life, you need to always behave like a man, like a real man, right? Because in the moment that you bitch out, you act insecure, that you act like all moody and lame, like a piece of wet bread, respect is lost from your women and for life. Everyone's going to kick you. And this doesn't mean that you cannot be sad or hurt, because we all go through struggles in life as humans, right? It's perfectly normal. This means that you cannot sink in misery and start to complain about how hard it is when you have a problem. With something like premature ejaculation, it's the same. It is hard, it is soul crushing, yes, it is terrible. But you cannot let this break you. You still need to be in your masculine energy to be strong, confident, charming, and secure of yourself all the time. It is just a temporary problem that you will be fixing soon. And all this that I'm saying, you need to believe it 100%. Because it is actually true. If you're putting the effort in overcoming this problem, that will happen sooner than later. So with that same energy, with that same circuit of belief, you go and speak to your woman, to your girl, to your girlfriend. And that's what I said for this, that you need to have balls, because it's actually really difficult doing this. Most men rather have a totally terrible sex life and just fucking for 5 seconds or 1 minute before taking responsibility as a man and addressing this problem. A lot of them rather just go to sink in misery and then write posts on Reddit about how hard life it is. So you go and tell to your woman what's happening and the things that have been affecting you. You get real with her. You tell her that you're aware that you're last enough, that she's not getting satisfied, that it's not actually enjoyable for you either, but that now you're taking responsibility on making a change that will happen soon, and that you want to invite her to help your journey in overcoming this, so you can both enjoy a beautiful and fulfilling sex life. I guarantee when you say this, even if premature ejaculation is something embarrassing and lame, that she will take you seriously. But remember that you have to be 100% confident in your ability to solve this problem, because if you doubt, then everything is gonna be fucked. If you think for 1 second that you cannot solve it and you're lost and this is gonna be for the rest of your life, guess what? She's going to believe the same, and she don't want to be with a man that is a lost cause that can last more than 5 seconds, with a man that will never be able to satisfy her. So you can never give her the impression that this is something that you cannot deal with. For women, pee and those kind of problems that men usually have are very unknown. That's why we have to have conviction and be able to guide her. If you act masculine, strong and confident, she will follow your guidance, she will be up to support you. You will still need some patience, sometimes she's gonna get frustrated still, but in general, she will support you, believe me. The girl that helped me to overcome premature ejaculation, she didn't believe at all that this is something that could be solved or cured, right? She was actually the one telling me that probably this is something like a disease or genetic, that it's not worth it for us to keep trying to have sex, that she was very frustrated with how much I lasted. But because of my confidence and my level of conviction of telling her, listen, I know that you believe all that, but I will solve this. I always solve everything, right? That's a joke that I used to have with her, because when we used to face like really difficult problems that seemed like nobody could solve, like needing money when we were broke, or a taxi in the middle of the night, I always found a way to solve this stuff, and this wasn't going to be different. With that same level of conviction, I told her, and even if she was doubting it a little bit, she actually trusts in my ability to solve problems, and because of that, she gave me the support that I needed, and that changed everything. Okay, now let's jump to the final step, and those are the real life practices. In this moment, she's already up to help you after you've been working on yourself. The solo training is the psychological part, the emotional connection, and the physical health. That's what you gotta do for yourself, and you need to have a very good base on those factors. But with her, besides the thing that goes into the relationship, like the kind of trust, connection, and security that you guys bring, this is what you're going to do sexually. First step, you guys are gonna have to stop having sex. I know that for some couples it's going to be kind of difficult, but let's be honest, like, sex is already lame, right? It's already terrible. And we're looking to bring that to the next level, to make it super enjoyable, fulfilling, wild, and animalistic. That's what we want instead of 1 minute or 5 minutes of sex. And as we're learning to last longer, we need to reprogram our mind in the way that we see ejaculation and orgasm. And that's not going to happen if we keep repeating the same behaviors in sex over and over again. It's something that's going to be still stuck in your mind. So while you do your training, you guys gonna need to stop having sex for at least 1 to 3 months. Now let's say that you've been working on yourself, your mind is cleaner, and now we're able to learn new behaviors for the ways that you guys have sex. You guys are going to start with physical touch. Things like gradually escalating to something more sexy and sexually. You can start with massages and kissing and basically doing it slowly, like feeling every part of her to get used to the arousal and the feelings and the sensations and how you feel yourself. You're going to be way more conscious of it. That way you can control your ejaculation way more. And the more control of your arousal you have, you're gonna try to cross the line a little bit more. So then for massages and kissing, you guys can start, for example, like masturbating individually, just seeing each other, or then like making just a little bit of touch. That kind of stuff that is not sex yet, but it's still very stimulating. We do this trying to test how much control you have now on your ejaculation and your arousal, on your control, on your feelings. It's going to be a matter of progressive overload until you're able to control it totally. And that's actually gonna happen quick, but you need some patience still. The third step is mindful sex. Alright, so once you're able to control your arousal way more and the way that you interact with your partner, you guys can start to have sex perfectly, right? But the kind of sex that you guys are going to have is gonna be way different. Now you're a totally different man, a totally different lover. The way that you make love now is being conscious of your partner, of yourself, of your body, of her body. In comparison with before, where you used to be all shaky and nervous when having sex and lasting 30 seconds. And even if your timing here is not great yet, like it could be 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or 5, keep being mindful and conscious of everything that is happening, and you're gonna see that there's gonna be a lot of improvement. When that happens, same thing as with the physical touch, escalate. Try to progressive overload the way that you guys have sex, the kind of touch, the kind of feelings, how you guys speak to each other, and how fast you guys are going. Be mindful and in control, and when you feel ready, keep escalating and making it anytime more stimulating. After the training that you were making and following these steps, this is when you have the ability to pound her like an animal. This is when I want you to go all in, to test yourself, to cross your limit. Just go and give everything for you anytime that you guys are doing it. So that way the kind of control that you have just keeps increasing and increasing, and the barrier and your limits just keep going high and high. And there is when you're gonna be able to become her perfect lover. You're probably going to see her even like crying in tears of how much she's fulfilled now. Those are the steps that I followed back then, and believe me man, it works like wonder. The part of going well was where I was struggling the most back then. I'm actually still working on it today. But when you reach there, it's already a totally different level. Getting your partner to help you to overcome premature ejaculation is super important because you can still make progress by yourself, but sex is about two. And also when you both work together, the kind of link and connection and the bond that you guys have just gets better, deeper, and stronger. And once this condition is a thing of the past, all that is left for the future is a beautiful, passionate, fulfilling, and enjoyable sex life and relationship. I really hope that this video helped you in guiding you to make that possible. And again, if you want to be able to fuck for hours and leave her biting her lips anytime that she thinks about you just because of how much of a great lover you are, go and click the link in the description right now, because you want to make sure that you live to what is your full sex potential as a real man without going through all the bullshit that I went through. But besides that man, I really hope this helps you, and I'll see you later. Bye.